Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tommy, and today we're going to be doing a smoky eye for beginners. Well, without further ado, let's jump right in. Today we're going to be using the Urban Decay Smoky Naked palette. I'm super excited. I absolutely love this palette. I use it in a lot of my looks. So the first shade that we are going to go in with is... Before that, as you can see, I have my full face on. I have foundation, a little bit of contouring, I got my lips, and pretty much everything. So I'm almost ready to go except for my shadow. I also did not go in all the way with my highlighter because I like to do my highlighter absolutely last before setting my face. So the first shade that we are going to go into is in this palette. We're going to go into Combust. It's this lighter brown shade here. We are going to be using this brush, again my favorite by Urban Decay. It actually comes inside of this palette. So we're going to go in with the fluffy side of the brush, and we're going to go in and we are going to apply that to the outer corner of the eye as close as we possibly can to the lash line. After getting a good amount of pigment, we're going to use the same exact side and we're going to blend it a little bit towards the inner corner. We want the inner corner to remain light and nude if possible, so don't spread too much of the product over, but enough to where it looks blended. Okay, we're going to be doing the same exact thing on the other eye. Another thing that's very important for this look is you want to stay farther down. You don't want to go up into the brow bone area at this stage. So next we're going to be using the MAC 556 SE, and we're going to go in with this darker shade Whiskey. So you can see here it's a darker brown, and we're just going to go in. Now this is a darker shade, so you have to be very careful. There's a lot of pigment on this one. We are going to go on the upper lash line, and we're going to stick as close as we possibly can, and we're just going to pack that on there. And after we have it packed on there, we are going to go ahead and blend it upwards, but we're going to be very, very careful not to go back into the pan, because if we get too much pigment, it's going to end up too black, and we're just going to keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger and end up being a panda meme. So no. Okay, we are all going to go back in with the fluffy side of the Urban Decay brush without any product on it, and we're just going to blend it a little bit more, going up into the crease but not the brow bone. We're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Next, using the exact same side that we used for the dark brown Whiskey, we are going to be using the same side, just a precision brush, and we're going to go into Black Market. We're just going to go in, this is a very, very black, matte black, and we're going to be putting it in the same exact spot, upper lash line, as close as we can on the outer edge. And using the exact same side, we're going to swoop the black up and over just a little bit, not a lot. We don't want it to go as far over as the dark brown did, and not as far up either, so definitely stop before the crease. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back in to this dark brown shade Whiskey. We're going to go in with a very small precision brush, and what we're going to do is we're going to blend our lower lash line with our upper lash line. So you don't want to put too much product on there, and you want to be very, very careful because you can always put more pigment. You can't take the pigment away without a lot of help and concealer. So just be careful. And we forgot to do the black on the other eye, so we're going to go back and we're going to do the same exact thing we did on this side, on this side. And the next step, just to add a little bit of extra drama, I'm going to be going in with this shimmery lighter brown shade called Dirty Sweet, and I'll be using the same exact brush we used for the lower lash line. I'll be going in, and in between using different shadows, just have a towel. You can go ahead and wipe the excess off so that way you can use the same brush and not 5 different brushes for the same thing. Again, we're not going to go very heavy in the inner corner because we want to draw as much attention as we can to the outside of the eye. It's going to open up our eye and it's going to give us more of an almond-shaped look. Okay, again, we're just going to go in with this precision brush into the shade Dirty Sweet, and we're just going to pull that from the inner corner all the way meeting where we blended out that darker shadow on the lower lash line. And then the very last step that we are going to do is we're going to go in with the same exact Urban Decay brush, but we're going to be using the packing side, and we're going to go into this really bright shimmery shade called High, and we're going to go ahead and pack that in the inner corner. We're going to do the same exact thing on the other eye. Now that we have everything pretty much where we want it, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair Beige, and I'm going to do the same exact technique I showed you guys in my first video, just to really cut the shadow up in the direction that I want it to be. We're going to be going in with a clean beauty sponge. We're going to be using the pointed side, and we're just going to go ahead and bounce up and down. And voila, you get the pretty nice cut. Again, it's not super sharp, but it's enough to where it shows a definition. We're going to do the same exact thing on the other eye. Now that we have everything pretty much where we want it, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my lash curler, and I'm just going to curl my lashes. I'm not going to be using falsies for this look. You definitely can. The only thing is that you're going to have to go in a little bit farther with the blacker side of the shadow to hide the strap. And I've seen a lot of people, what they do is they'll cut it definitely a lot shorter, so the lash will only go out to about here, and they'll just bring the black in until right about there, and then it'll bring the attention to the outer side of the eye, which is what we want, what we're going for in this look. Now that we are done curling our lashes, I'm going to go ahead, if I can find it, and go in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. This is actually a brown mascara. I'm going to be going in with that, and then I'll also be using, again, my Urban Decay lash tool to separate my lashes. I always do one coat on the top first, separate the lashes, and then I go back into the bottom, and then one last top coat. I'm going to be doing the lower lashes, and I'm going to be using the shorter side where there's smaller bristles. I feel like it helps when you're doing your lower lashes. You don't have the chance of getting as much product and making a boo-boo. Okay, and the last part we're going to do for this look is we're going to finish highlighting. I'm going to be going in with the Fenty Beauty highlighter. I'll be going in with the shade Fire Crystal. It's this one on this side, and I'll be using, again, my favorite brush from e.l.f. And I'll be going in and just going over my highlighter where I put it before. I'm making sure that there's not any shadow fallout. And then the last step that I always like to do to bring more attention to my eyes is I go in with a flat shadow brush, and I dip into the highlighter and I go right underneath my brow on my brow bone from the middle to the end. And with that, our look is complete. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I definitely had a lot of fun making it. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe down below. I put out new videos every Monday. Sometimes I have an extra that I just throw up during the middle of the week. But thank you guys so much for being here. Leave a comment. Did I do a good job? Did you want to see more? Just let me know what you think, and see you next time. Bye-bye.